Well, we're at the base of Mount Monadnock and about to start this next adventure. It's gonna be chilly. It's 46 degrees currently at the base of the mountain, and the wind is already pretty brisk out of the north. So we get to the top of the mountain where it's bare and no trees, and it should be nice and chilly. But we won't be staying up there. So got my boy drop me off. And I guess once he dumps me off, I'm on my own. So let's start this adventure. Should be a good time. Weather looks like it's going to be decent, and I think we'll should have some views from the top. I don't think the top's fogged in, so let's hope the foliage is getting in full swing. So it should be pretty cool pictures. All right, we'll check back later. I do this in the summertime. Well, I've done it many times for fun and the views. And with a day pack, it's a totally different ball game when you're wearing 30-pound roughly pack on your back. So a little slower going. Sorry, I mean to make you dizzy there. We're about halfway up the White Arrow Trail, and looks like it's nice and clear at the top. I got a great photo from the halfway house site that you can see the top of the mountain. It was really neat, so that'll be in the video. All right, we'll check back later. Well, first casualty happened. Lost my hat, so I guess I'm going hatless now. We're not at the top of the mountain, but as you can see, it's getting steep there, and then we're just about out of the tree line, so we'll have some pretty good views coming up in a few minutes while I huff and puff up the hill. Like a little engine that could. I think I can. I think I can. Actually, I know I can. By the time you see this, I'm already off the mountain and hit the Dublin trailhead. So the video at the top of the mountain is not going to have any sound because it was some windy up there. About 50-mile-an-hour gusts, maybe 45-mile-an-hour gusts. It was ridiculous. So even with a dead cat, I'm not sure that it would have worked out very well. so I'm just gonna mute the sound and you can look at the video, and hopefully you can see the colors. I'm working my way onto the rest of the trail. I'm about 5 miles in now, so that's about it. It's a little difficult finding the trail here because a lot of leaves on the trees, and well, kind of covering the trail over a bit. And I don't think this really gets all that much traffic. Few people travel it, but that's about it. So, all right, check back in a little bit. So we're about 7.5 miles in, roughly. We'll be coming up to a shelter in a couple of miles. I'll be stopping and eat lunch real quick, and then motor on. Got a big mileage day today, the longest one of the day, so, or the longest one of the trip. It's like 20.8 miles roughly, and probably not enough daylight to do it in, unfortunately. So we're going to see what happens. Might be doing some of it in the dark by headlight. If I remember right, the last couple miles, well, maybe a mile or so, is road walking, back road, kind of a class 6 road to the shelter. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, weather's decent, so that's not bad. The wind cut down, it wouldn't be as chilly, but it's all good. So, all right, looks like we're coming up to trail sign, and yeah, so this is a class 6 road. Make up some time this way at least. So, all right, done for now. All right, so we are descending down into the Eliza Adams Gorge, and there's a spillway, which you may be able to see over my shoulder, from one of the reservoirs, and it makes a pretty neat waterfall. So hopefully we can get some footage of that in a second, especially with the foliage in the backdrop, or in the foreground rather. So, what we got. So one of the beauties of being on these back roads, besides being able to make good time, is you got all these big mature trees, and there's some great foliage color, which is nice, and there's no traffic, which is really nice too. I think I've only seen like couple, 3 cars, maybe 3 this whole time. So it's been a bonus. We're about 11.5 miles in so far on the downhill side of done for today. So that's a good thing. It'll be a long day. Hopefully we're not doing the rest of it in the dark. Just when I didn't think I could take any more going up, we're finally starting to go down. For now. We're headed down to Route 9, and we cross Route 9 and we gotta go back up again. And then down, and then we should be at the shelter. We've got maybe 4 miles to go, 3.5 miles. And we'll be done for the day. Should wrap it up with 20 plus miles. So I'll check back later. I'm trying to conserve battery so I don't have to fool with stopping and plugging the phone in or camera and dealing with that. I just want to get down, get to camp, get set up, maybe eat some hot food, and settle in for the night. Well, it's 20 after 5. I get a little over a mile to go, and I'm walking down what's technically called Center Pond Road, but it's a Class 6 road, so it's not much more than a dirt track through the woods. People four-wheel on it, and that's about it. I think I'd see a four-wheeler that would give me a ride? No. I haven't seen a soul. I haven't seen anybody on this trail since I left Monadnock. And yeah. So 19.2 miles down so far. And I'm beat. I'm glad I only got a mile left. I'll have enough time to get there, hang my bear bag, I'll get the lines hung up, and then cook a quick dinner, get my food away, brush my teeth, not in that order, because my toothbrush has to go in the bag too. And then I don't even think I'm going to put my hammock up. I think I'm just going to sleep right in the shelter, unless it's full, which I doubt. So, alright. We'll see everybody when we get to the cabin, or the shelter. I'll check back in then. Still on the trail. Got a little over a mile left to go, and we'll be at camp. So it's downhill from here. Last time we stayed at this shelter, the black flies were like apocalyptic. So no black flies now. It's the wrong time of the year, and a couple of frosts kind of put the kibosh to them. So we better not have any black flies. And I'm not really sure why I say we, because I'm out here by myself, so I don't know what the we thing's all about, but I say it. I'm not really sure why. Maybe I have an imaginary friend. Maybe not.